Hi, Susan for SLC Aquatics here. Hashtag fishfam mom. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you guys personally tonight. Um, I am away, but I can't disclose where I'm at this time. So don't forget, though, the angels are watching over and there's a hedge of protection round about my dwelling. So before I get started, I want to see how everybody is doing on this Tuesday evening, and just thought I would still bring you a stream that will last maybe an hour. I'm going to discuss some upcoming changes in the fish room, and I'm just going to share my heart with all of you, my patrons, and my YouTube channel subscribers. Okay, let's get started. First of all, got to get the apron. And please excuse my messy bedroom. Okay? Alright. Now I'm getting ready to get started. I'm going to take you all along with some fish room tours and talk to you about some problems I'm having. Okay, you ready? Okay. Got to get the water. Come along with me. I think while I'm live, I can flip the camera. So, let me see. Here we are in the fish room. This is my little 5-gallon quarantine tank that has 3 peppered corridors in it. And one of them is suffering with a white patch on its fins. I do need to do another treatment in here of general cure, erythromycin, and Icex. And I've done some water changes, and of course, as you can tell, the guppy grass has gone crazy again. But it also has some ram's horn snails in there. But there's the one that has the white patch behind the dorsal fin. It is much better, but I want to go ahead when I come back to treat this tank again with at least erythromycin and some general cure. And so anyway, that's my 5-gallon. I did lose my gold crown tail, my apricot crown tail betta, but here is none other than Rosebud. Hey Rosebud, come say hello to the people. Come on baby, come over here. Come on, come say hello. Hey. And this is a 10-gallon tank that, if you have followed me on YouTube, I did the partition wall kit that I got from Life with Pets, Sheila and Adam. But I call him, he's a veil tail, and I call him Rosebud mainly because of his pink and red coloration. Alright, that's one of my 10 gallons. And everybody will know that this is my 29-gallon that I recently set up. And I had been waiting and waiting for the dollar per gallon sales to go on. In one of our local stores, I caught the sale. But I'm having issues with this tank. I received some driftwood and plants from Gina Tucker Aquariums, and I thought this tank had cycled because I put this old sponge filter in here, and then the hang on the back filter had seasoned media in it as well. And my angelfish fry were in here about 3 or 4 weeks by themselves. And then I added the whole colony, which was probably 25 plus blue-green guppies. Okay, I do know That's a lot of fish to add at one time, and it probably knocked the bio load off. The beneficial bacteria probably was not enough for all of these fish to be added. Oh, and I also have a Corridora, which is swimming around in the back right now around the sponge filter. There are my beautiful angels. They are 2 months old and about the size of a dime. But I've been losing. I lost my 2 mystery snails, and I've lost maybe 4 guppies, 4 or 5 guppies. My water perimeters, I will show you right here. My pH was 7.2. My ammonia was 0. My nitrite is 0. And my nitrates were 5.0. So, to me, according to that, my tank was cycled. So, I don't know what's going on, except maybe, I don't know. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. Also, I have 2 other 5-gallon tanks up here. This one is one that my son-in-law gave me last year, or I may have had it a year and a half now. But this is a Fluval 5-gallon with the filtration here in the left-hand side, and it has that black foam with a pocket in it that has some biomedia in it. I think it's K1 biomedia. This has, my plants are really lacking for some nutrients. And because I'm not going to be here this week, I'm not adding anything to alter the water column at this time. The Anubias is looking good. The crypts seem to be lacking in nutrients as well. So I need some root tabs and some water column ferts. And I'll probably add Aquarium Co-op's Easy Green. So I have 2 autocinklus in here as well. And my beautiful Vettail betta that's in the log right now. Here he comes. He's going to show off a little bit for us. I've had him the longest. He was my first betta that I got last year in May, I do believe, when we did the Operation Betta Rescue. And he did eat one of my male guppies that I had in there. Oh, there's a little autocinklus. Hello. I don't know where the other one is. Sorry for mumbling. Over here is the other 5-gallon that I received my blue-green Moscow guppies from King Lee back in, I want to say, September. And this is all of the babies that have grown up. So the males are now probably about 3 months old. And I have fed them mostly flakes and some freeze-dried bloodworms, and they've had some frozen bloodworms recently. But I haven't kept the water changed as often. So eventually I'm going to find new homes for these guys as well. I'm probably going to take one of the males though and introduce them into the 29-gallon over here to strengthen the strain. I think the 2 females that are left are the second guppies that I got from King Lee. So they might be sisters, aunts, are distant cousins. So that's what I plan to do there. So at this time, um, if you have any questions when this video posts or any comments when this video posts, please make sure that you do, and leave comments and share this video as you are watching it. And I'll be back with you next week. I'm not over. This is not the end of the stream. I'm sorry. But I want to come to you from my heart right now as Fish Fam Mom. I am a hobbyist. I don't intend to go into business. I don't intend to get rich off of this hobby. I want to enjoy fish keeping and doing planted tanks and learn aquascaping. I want to learn more about the chemistry that's involved in the water column with plants, substrate, and fish. And I want to try raising and keeping some different fish besides guppies. I'm not going to get rid of my guppies completely, but I'm not going to concentrate so hard on what I started 3 years ago. I started raising guppies to try to create my own guppy strain. So at this time, I'm not energetic about that. I don't have the desire to do that anymore. It is a task. It is something that you have to keep good records with, and I haven't kept good records, and I've lost several of my favorite strains. My Cobra guppies are all gone, and my half black turquoise Moscows are all gone. What happened to them, you ask? Well, disease and unknown conditions, probably weakened immune systems, caused them to die off. And I'm excited because someone local, one of the Fish Fam members, Sherry Sweeney, and I do believe Sherry and Will also have some of my guppies that they've purchased from a local fish store that I sell my guppies to. And I'm excited that they still have some of mine, and their fish are beautiful. And so as a hobbyist, I don't have intentions to go into business, even though I have sold plants and fish through the internet and locally, here and there. That's not really what I want to do as a fish hobbyist. I wanted to keep a few guppies and enjoy my tanks. And at this time, my schedule and my lifestyle doesn't allow me to, or it's not that it doesn't allow me, because I'm in control, but my lifestyle is so busy that I want to downsize a little bit. Right now, I think I have 13 tanks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, counting the 2 tubs on the front porch. I want to concentrate on my tubs and getting them set up and pretty on the porch. And I may put some guppies out in this tubs, and I may not. So I will be downsizing my guppies. I will keep some breeding trios of all 3 of my strains. I tell you, those guppies that I got from Sheila at Life with Pets, those are Dumbo ear mosaics, and they are absolutely beautiful fish. You're going to see them, and I didn't time myself. Right now I've been going almost 15 minutes. So that's what's going on up here. The trouble tank behind me. I'm hoping while I'm gone I don't lose any more fish. Um, if I do, of course, I'm going to investigate to the best of my ability. And if you have any comments and suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. So let's get up and go look at the other fish, room downstairs. And you want to see the 29 more time? Oh, I also have some mystery snail eggs. I don't know if they're sterile or not. But I've had an algae bloom. And so I added some stress zyme, which is beneficial bacteria, to help catch up with the bioload. And I've cut the lights back to like 6 hours a day while I am on vacation instead of 12 hours a day. Okay, off to the other fish rooms. So I'm gonna get my water and take it with me. Come along with me. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those questions in the comments. And I really do think a lot of my fish fam. And I want to do a special message to Dwayne Kitchell. My husband brought home another tank, he says, for me, but I've claimed it as his tank. So I've got to find room to set it up. And thinking about stocking it with some cichlids. It's a 29, so I might have to start with some dwarf cichlids. But I'm now in the downstairs fish room, and that's my supply shelf. That's my 220s. That's my 55, and that's my day bed. And here's my 25-gallon and my other 10-gallon that used to have cherry shrimp in it, but it looks like my cherry shrimp are all gone, so that's another problem tank. So flipping it around at this time so you can see what's going on. This is my 25 that had the angelfish in it. Well, the angelfish fought. The male got very aggressive with the female. She stays hiding all the time. It's like she's depressed. I hope she's not sick. Could have been why he was fighting her. I have Corydoras in here. I keep the temperature around 80. I guess I could drop it to 78. Maybe she'll respond a little bit better. These are plastic plants. I'm waiting to make some more plant purchases. But that's my 25. Can't see the Corydoras right now because they're all hiding. This here has been full of snails. And I used to have some cherry shrimp, but I haven't seen cherry shrimp in a couple weeks. So I'm going to redo this tank and start over and see if I can keep some like a mono shrimp or something. Y'all help me out. The only shrimp I've ever kept were the ghost shrimp, and the last bunch I got died on me, mainly because I don't think I had any salt in the water, and they may have been raised in salt. This is my 20-gallon with the Dumbo ear mosaic guppies from Life with Pets. And as you see that fellow right there, green and orange and black, and they are the most beautiful guppies. Even the females, they're multicolored. Their caudal fin doesn't match their dorsal fin, but they're still beautiful fish. Look at that guy. They look like Spanish dancers to me. Also, here is my Mama Corridora, who has birthed just about 80% of the Corridoras that I have. I've sold several breeding trios, and that is the largest Corridora I've ever seen. I have some plastic floating grass right there, but all of this needs some nutrients. The Java ferns and the chain swords, and I don't think I have any more crypt in here, but I have an Anubias, and the rest of them are Java ferns with a little bit of guppy grass, a piece here and there. This is my other guppy tank, 20-gallon, with my half moon mosaics in there, and they have blue and red and yellow and green. Some of the males have veiled tails instead of half moons, but a lot of the females have the half moon trait, caudal fins. These guppies here, the females get about 3 inches long. The males are about 2 inches long, 2 1/4. I also have some more peppered Corridoras in here. This is one of her daughters that have become a good breeder, because there's about 8 Corridora in here right now. I've got guppy grass, hornswort, bacopa, Java fern. I had some crypts in here, but I'm not sure if the crypts are still living. I did have an Anubias, but I think I took it out and used it with the baby angelfish. So this strain here, I'm not getting rid of it totally, but I will be downsizing it and keeping some of my most favorites and continuing this strain. They're very prolific, and some very unusual markings showing up in their bodies. They almost have metallic heads, but no real problems down here except that 10 where I lost all of my shrimp. And then here is the 55 that has the gouramis in it, the other angelfish, and Henry, the yo-yo loach. There's Henry. There's the male angelfish. There's my opaline gourami and my moonlight gourami in the back. Here's my paradise fish being chased by Henry. And there's my beautiful gold gourami. They are huge. The majority of the plants in here are live, but a few are plastic. That's a plastic one right there. This is some kind of sword and some Java fern that really needs some nutrients. There is a mother Anubias that could use some nutrients as well. Of course, this is plastic. That's plastic in the back. This is plastic right here. But that is a live Anubias. That is a live Java fern and some valves that have grown beautifully. They lay across the surface of the water, so they're probably about 4 feet, 3 or 4 feet long now. And there's a mixture of plastic plants and some valves and the poor little Java ferns right here. The substrate is black sand. This is a Mopani driftwood with 2 large caves of lava rock. I have a hang on the back filter, dual what is that called? Dual bio wheel. Don't remember the name of it. I keep it at about 78 degrees. I would like to get some schooling fish. But don't know if the bio load is already met. So, don't know if this is going to be an hour stream or not, but just wanted to come to you guys to let you know that I personally am going to be downsizing my fish room so that I can be more selective in the fish that I keep and not so much maintenance, and I can enjoy my fishies a little bit more. So I don't mind your input. I welcome it. And I'm still Fish Fam Mom, and maybe at some other time, after I break down a couple tanks and clean them up and sterilize them, you know, I know not to get rid of them because God forbid any of these tanks would leak. I need some place to put my fishes, so I look forward to the downsizing. Hello, Mr. Choo Choo. Yeah, I'm just 50 feet from the railroad track. So, I'm not going to detain you anymore. Maybe someone else wants to go live in my place to support the Fish Fam. I know there is a lemon challenge still going forward for Caleb overhauls. On April the 10th, look forward to a live stream with Diego Vargas from Petsotics / MultipleAquarims. And please visit the website at petsotics.com, and you can use the promo code SLC Aquatics 25 for a 25% discount, and help us support one another in the hobby. I still shop from other ones like Jeremy at Sergeant Tank Pets. I haven't shopped at Aquarium Co-op in a while. Don't forget H2O plants. Right now, support him in the, he wants to win some cash from FedEx. So check out his video on needs help and go vote for him. And don't forget Green Oasis Farms. They're branching out not only in plants but bettas and saltwater, and they still do the mystery snails, and they're doing, I think he got some pleco stuff, plecos in the other day. And there's just a lot going on at Green Oasis Farms. Don't forget to check out Flip Aquatics, who's branching out in his fish and shrimp. Oh Lord, I'm going to forget somebody. Michael's Fish Room, his fish coming in, and his fish room's coming along. And who else? I know I'm going to forget someone. Please don't get mad at me. Carlos at the Fish Nerd. Somebody else has a website up. Kyle's Wild World. You need to check out his website. He does fish and plants. And don't forget Willow's Reef, saltwater and freshwater. And help me out. Oh, Sheila, Life with Pets. There's a lot of the fish fam who is in business for themselves, and I've forgotten some, so please forgive me. But otherwise, support one another, love one another. Don't forget that here at the hashtag #FishFam community, we're here for one another. We're here to help you out. We want to pray for Victor's brother. I don't know his update, but let's pray for him. He needs a miracle. Caleb needs a miracle. And there's many of our fish fam community who just need uplifted and encouraged. They need a shoulder to cry on and an ear that will listen. And don't forget the young community. The kids are really, right now they're busy in school, but they're really growing their channels. Danny from the Netherlands. Ooh, and don't forget Jean-Michael in Canada, and Flynn. And the Guppy channel, Guppy Fish. There's a lot of them out there. The Turtle Girl. Please don't get hurt if I don't say your name. We got Corey at the oh boy, Amphibians. But there's a lot of kids out there. I want to let you know I'll be with you, like I said, next Tuesday night with my special guest Diego Vargas from Petsotics. And after that, I will be showing you some of the changes that are going on. Oh, I forgot to show you my goldfish ponds. Forgive me. Here I am doing all these shout outs. Hopefully the traffic won't be too bad. Come on out the door with me. I had to cover them because the evaporation has been so crazy. This is nothing more than the greenhouse material. This one's got little waves in it. I used it to make DIY tank lids for my 55-gallon. And I had to fill these tanks again, about 5 gallons in the big 40. I know it's hard to see through them, but because of the glare now. Got to replant flowers there and replant flowers there. I've got some ivy right now. But this tank, this tub right here, it was down almost 3 inches. And I just filled it up on Thursday. No, Wednesday. Water change Wednesday. And today's Friday, 2 days ago. So I know my hang on the back filter right here probably would burn up. Got back, but the electrical equipment probably would fail, and God forbid that would cause a fire or something. I have succulents. Sorry about that. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm missing you guys tonight, missing your chat input, and I'll be with you all soon. I'm hoping that I get some relaxing time, as well as a good visit with my mom and my other siblings and their families. And for right now, I'm going to sign off. Been 36 minutes. I was hoping to go an hour, but it's hard when you don't have any input, no chat box or anything to respond to to distract you from what you're saying. But anyway, this is Fish Fam Mom, Susan for SLC Aquatics. See you next week. I love you.